Hey, fellas. Well, I know this has technically already been out on DVD for a while, but in honor of its recent premiere on Cartoon Network, I give you my thoughts and take a look at the crossover Teen Titans Go vs. Teen Titans, in which the very goofy Teen Titans Go team name was forced into a fight slash legend alliance with the original Teen Titans from 2003 series in order to stop a threat from both of their versus Trigon, who later fused into who Hexagon, who wants to conquer all the verses, and hijinks ensue as personalities clash. I mean, you can tell by the description alone. Oh, it definitely has this sort of Turtles Forever Spider-Verse thing going on to it, which isn't that far off the mark, to be honest. And I gotta say, as a crossover between both the series, I mean, including the Go that currently are airing and they have been for the last 7 years or so, and in preparation for this, even started airing some of the original series again, including its own movie, the Trouble in Tokyo one. And I must say, this definitely it was a very fun crossover, and as someone who enjoys both series for different reasons, I say good on them. In that sense, this one might have been more interesting to have theatrically than the other one they had a couple years back. I mean, I didn't pay much mind because I was going to go see Mission Impossible Fallout. Out. Then I still have not seen that one, but maybe depending on what kind of traction this video gets, I might look at some of the other Titan movies, but I get ahead of myself. I will have to say it was really fun to see how they had the same voice actors for both versions. Like you have Scott Menville as Robin, Hinden Walt as Starfire, Carrie Payton as Cyborg, Greg Sipes as Beast Boy, and Tara Strong as Raven. For both those continuities, I mean, I just one of my favorite things is just to imagine them all in the recording studio having to do like dozens of takes for all that. Yeah, and definitely is something. I'll give it that. Yeah, and of course, do poke fun at each other and themselves, like how they admit that they're not nearly as determined as their earthly counterparts. I mean, and Robin of the Govers has the hardest time accepting and, and his other Govers counterparts, especially in the case of Robin, and that the little rap number from both Starfire is highly amusing, and very interesting to see how this actually started from just like a tote bag away at Comic Con. How they had different continuities, like the Tiny Titans and get a look in. Some of the ones from those DTV movies, and even some of the original cartoons from the '60s, which I don't think they actually had any animated incarnations of them in those days, but I think it's probably a joke on how low budget just animation was in that time period. Like it was almost like it was less like a series, more like a glorified motion comic, is what I can describe it, man. But and it does lead to a final battle in 2003 versus Jump City, or given how I just spent and better part of the last couple of days binging the original series to get ready for this, as well as the all the time I spent watching the other her new show. I must say, it's like the lady said, things change. Like even when I was younger, I didn't think it was as bad as it says. And watching it again, just I finished that one just mere minutes before this one began airing. I mean, so I definitely understood the metaphor then. I still do now, even more so. Especially those bits about the old hangouts being closed down, man. And living in an area like this, and just in general, I can relate to that. Sorry for getting kind of serious there, but it was definitely an enjoyable crossover. I definitely liked watching it. And as for the preview of another animated reboot that they are having afterward, that's a matter for another day. Hey, as I stated in my last video on Roar, or I'm seriously considering doing more on it when eventually gets the ball rolling. I mean, possibly if they have it leaked online again, I might look into it, but I'm not gonna be watching it live. I mean, nope, nope, PD no. But I definitely glad that I'm able to get this video here on my day off. I have another one coming tomorrow, sort of a simple one. Gonna be slowing things down a bit, as I stated before. I was just testing the waters in January from the Copa situation, and 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 as for the whole thing of Weird Al as Darkseid, to me it's actually not the strangest thing he's ever done or voiced. Heck, his whole side job actually started on UHF, which as a film I find vastly underrated. I mean, as it's actually one of my favorite comedies ever. So, given how he's been Cheese Sandwich and MLP as well as the animated Redguard, like I am and Darkseid. I'm good for only one thing: Carnage. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed this little crossover of me talking about it, and I will see you all again tomorrow.